How many entrepreneurs have there been in the United States? Hundreds? Thousands? Probably millions. Entrepreneurs are generally visionary men and women that take capital and build businesses, create commerce, provide jobs, generate tax revenue, and build wealth. When you think entrepreneur, historically, names like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Benjamin Franklin, John D. Rockefeller, Sam Walton, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerman may come to mind. Most entrepreneurs aren't nearly as famous, nor have they become so wealthy, but they all share much in common, not the least of which are those characteristics that built this country and allows it to sustain and prosper. If you look around, you will most likely find their like in every community. Many could be your friends or neighbors. One such is Mark Nelsen, a South Dakota native, entrepreneur, and founder of Maximum Promotions. Since 1982, Mark and Maximum Promotions have created unique products to include apparel, banners, flags and flagpoles, vehicle graphics, trade show displays, and many other promotional items. It has been said that Mark Nelsen is the definition of an entrepreneur, from selling t-shirts out the back of his pickup to managing a multi-million-dollar nationwide business. Mark has lived the life and learned the lessons that anyone wanting to go into business need to know.
And there's, in the movie, The Social Network, there's a quote in there from one of the, I think it's the dean of the school, that says, people at Harvard create their own jobs. Well, if you ever want to figure out job security, create your own job and create your own industry or your own business, and that's the way you don't get laid off and stuff, because you started your own. So I don't think everyone should do it. In fact, it's a pretty small percentage that probably has the innate gifts of the high energy level or the motivation or the perseverance or whatever the case might be. But our economy needs them so badly. All the things of those words, the fear, the rejection, risk reward, we're one step away with our education process, and the sooner we start edging this thing towards commerce, the quicker we can get this economy back on track. We want everyone knowing about commerce and how to do it. Every day I go out, and if I'm out making sales calls or I'm working with one of the sales guys, we get rejection. And it's what we sign up for. It's all part of a formula or a metric. We've got to do this out here. We got to talk to 100 people to get maybe 30 people interested, to maybe get 10 to buy. But you got to be willing to sort through the 100. And that's where it's hurtful to people, because I hate rejection, Rick. To this day, I absolutely hate rejection. But it's part of the game that I signed up for, and I accept it, because if I want to get the results that I want in business, I've got to go through some rejection. You know, our younger generation, their perception of entrepreneurism is Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg now from The Social Network and MTV. They think you make bazillion dollars and you drive beautiful cars and you got 3 girlfriends and all that. And the truth is that the entrepreneurs that I know, some have made lots more money than others, but we're all very kind of we're satisfied. We want to grow and make more money, but we've done something, we've created a job, and we've created an entity that we've been able to wrap our arms around, and it's an awesome feeling. Addictive, yes, to a degree, but there's also something about just wanting to solve problems. You know, we talk a lot about problem solving. Well, if you look around the world, there's problems everywhere. So the ability to solve problems is critical. Currently, we have a spending problem with our government, state and federal, and we have a job problem, and we have a taxation problem, because we don't have enough taxes, because we don't have enough jobs, we don't have enough commerce. All of that is solved with the entrepreneurial spirit. we, the baby boomers, have screwed this up royally. And we have a responsibility to Generation Y and the generation behind them to help them fix this. We have left them a mess. And that's the part that kind of motivates me. I want to help them. I want to help mentor them. I want to help them get excited about business. I want to help them learn to spend better and also create jobs and then create taxes and then get this thing tightened up so we can get our country back functioning the way it should. We have a habit here in South Dakota of kind of down talking. There's nothing here for me and there's nothing here for there, and maybe parents do it, maybe grandparents did it, I don't know. But kids have migrated or got the belief that South Dakota is not a very good place to live, which isn't the truth at all, and it's got to be better someplace else. And I want those people to understand that they can help their small towns and that there are positive things in those small towns. And I believe the entrepreneurial spirit is the key. We got to get our spending under control, no one argues that, and then we got to get commerce going. Commerce is what made this country what it is, period. No ands, ifs, ors, or buts. And now we need to move that forward, and we need to get these young people interested in commerce, in starting their own companies. And if they don't want to be an entrepreneur, at the very least, everybody can be intrapreneurial. Everyone. And that's that entrepreneurial spirit coming out where they're excited about work. They want to help the entity make money. They're respectful of the ownership. All those positive things are what come out of commerce. When you go from 4 rows of planting corn to maybe 16 rows or 12 rows or whatever 20 rows, whatever the case might be, every one of those tractors might represent 1, 2, or 3 jobs that aren't there anymore. And so that's a very big deal for South Dakota. You know, we're never going to be this huge industrial state, but imagine if we got a bunch of young entrepreneurs excited about here and got some real commerce going with them, how we could impact this state. And don't worry so much about the paycheck. Don't worry about the new car. Don't worry about the new house. All that stuff will come in due time if you'll just be patient and put your nose forward that you really want to start something and you believe you've got that skill set and stuff. So I think that's the kind of the attitude you have to have that, hey, you know, I don't know how much I'd make out there. I know what I can pay myself and I earn every bit of it. And that's a good feeling knowing that you can write your own paycheck.